Hello and welcome back to Fallout 4. That's an ugly one. One of the first scenes, right? Anyways, that is Cambridge Polymer Lab. We have been given a job here and then locked in this place until we finish some project. So, nucleostrictive lining project. Let's see. Thesis. Initial studies have led us to hypothesize that by taking a known piezoelectric material, lead zirconium titanite (PZT), and properly applying a polymer of gold and lithium hydride, that a localized conversion of ionizing radiation to electrical energy might be achieved. This method of compact energy harvest may prove suitable for application to pre-existing power armor currently in use by US armed forces. Thermal dissipation. Initial tests have proved that the methodology is sound. Radioactive energy harvest is 15 times higher than current automotive fusion engines. Unfortunately, there are still problems that we need to overcome. The ionic excitation in the gold that produces the harvestable electrons also create a buildup of thermal waste. The heat is not substantial from a macro perspective, but due to the low shear modulus, the gold suspension in the nanoweave starts to break down quickly under extended use. We are going to attempt to change the dosing pattern on the gold to produce thinner strands through the material. The increased surface area should help dissipate the thermal energy much like a heatsink. Tensile strain. The newer dosing patterns have been successful at dissipating the heat generated by the reaction. We've taken a slight hit to the harvest efficiency but extended the static material lifetime from a matter of days to several years. While this is, from our perspective, already a successful experiment, the project parameters require a flexible lining that can be applied to power armor. It seems we underestimated the tensile strain the armor produces, and the thinner gold weave in the material ends up shredding, so to speak, under the heavy use. Colonel Camp was less than pleased and threatened to pull the funding if we can't produce the promised results. So we need to go back to the thicker weave and find a different way to solve the thermal dissipation issue. Trapped. We've been trapped in the lab for days now and tensions are running high. The team is fractured and falling apart. They don't know what is going on outside and have started making attempts to escape the lab. While I was sleeping, they managed to cut a hole through the thinner interior wall of the clean room, but have been unable to break through the hardened outer wall. Will started talking with some of the others about going at the problem from a more oblique angle, which got me to thinking about the thermal dissipation problem, and it dawned on me. If we change the dosing pattern so it isn't producing nanoholes perpendicular to the surface but instead at an angle, we might be able to reflect the most direct radioactive particles and trapping only those coming in at an oblique angle to the material. We would achieve a lower energy harvest, but the heat dissipation issues might be solved. Tom, Mary and I are going to get the samples needed to try it. We've been unable to get the samples needed to try the new dosing pattern. Will has locked himself in one of the labs and has been attempting to hack into their administrative systems. When we tried to get the U-238 we need from the Isotope containment, he locked it down, leaving Mary stranded inside. He said he is going to set in the facility defense system so that it looks like the lab has been breached. This will unlock the clean room, but will also activate the automated defenses, which will see us as attackers. He means to fight his way out, but that's suicide. He is the only one in the lab with military training, and we don't even have real weapons. I've tried to tell him that we can complete the project, that we have the answer now, but he refuses to see reason and doesn't believe John will actually let us out. We've managed to pull down part of the ceiling in C1, which will let us into the utility crawl space. It can't get us out, but it should be able to get us above the lab Will barricaded himself in. I don't like it. We have to get the drop on him. Internal mail relay. From Will Bergman, I am getting us out. January 78. I am not letting John play tyrant any longer. The isotope containment is leaking and he still won't let us out. I've gotten through his updated security subroutines and it's only a matter of time till I get control of the facility defenses. He's so busy trying to keep me out of the clean room controls, he probably hasn't realized that by triggering a facility breach sweep, all the doors will open to allow the robots access. We are fighting our way out and then I'll deal with your husband. John Elwood, confidential. Ericka, I've sent an explanation to the team, but I need you to know what is actually going on. Please do not share this with anyone else, it may start a panic. This morning I got a call from Colonel Camp and he told me to keep our team in the lab, but before I could ask, he hung up. The sound you heard outside was an atomic bomb going off. It seems to have hit southwest of the city. The phone lines have been jammed, but I found a way to reach Camp's liaison and he informed me that they could only afford a detail to escort us to safety if we have vital military assets or intelligence. That is why we need to get the project finished. I love you and I know you can do this. Mandatory overtime. Good morning, everyone. I know you've all been here overnight and everyone is tired, but I need everyone to push through just a little longer. Dr. Elwood Woolm has said that you are very close to cracking the problem with the nuclear-restrictive lining project, and I have a good feeling that today will be the day. Along with our normal snacks, I've sent a runner to Slocum's Joe for coffee and donuts. We'll be ordering Spuckies later this afternoon. I also just got off the phone with Colonel Camp and he said there may be some training exercises happening around town today, so if you hear what sounds like tanks or gunfire, don't panic, it's just a drill. Yeah, right, just a drill. Listen to this guy. Okay, nobody else moves. Okay. Hazmat suit. Unknown sample 311. 3111. Maybe I should start collecting those. Okay, one by one. No need to hurry. This isn't a test. We have another unknown sample. 65. And we have Isotope containment terminal. That sounds important. Okay. Let's wait a bit with that. I want to explore the rest. Perhaps I might be able to find a password somewhere, you know. It's the closest I can name it. Of course, it's radioactive as hell. And that's what's... well, not necessarily isotope is a radioactive thing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Some more terminals, safes. Should look on there as well, by the way. Please stay down, for the sake of your own safety, eh? Rat poison. Oh, you got some rat poison, eh? Not exactly cool, but I guess understandable. Isn't this the road to a highly radioactive chamber? Okay, not necessarily. You must be Will. Sample 611. Some burned magazines and Bergman's terminal. Let's see. Isotope containment. Breach detected. Please use extreme caution. Okay. Facility defense systems. Emergency override. Facility breached. Clean room. System error. Let's see. Well, this is insane. Even if you manage to hack into the administrative controls, do you know what will happen if you trigger a security breach? Yes, the doors through the clean room will open, but the first thing through them will be a wave of robots to kill every living intruder in the lab. Even if we manage to get past them, there are also the turrets. There is one right in the lab. Remember, if you do this, you are more likely to get us all killed than set us free. Hacking admin. Wilfred, do you think I wouldn't catch on to what you're doing? I got a network alert the moment you took control of the isotope containment. You may have been the best hacker on the campus back at CIT, but that was years ago, and while you were busy up in Alaska pretending to be a soldier, we had the best programmers working on our security system. I told you weeks ago that I'll let you all out of the lab once the research is completed. Locking Ericka and the rest of the team out of the isotope containment just to spite me doesn't accomplish anything. I think I read this one, right? Yeah. What are you doing? You're going to get us killed, can't cut through. I'm with you about the new dosing pattern. So, that deals with this room. While still not providing me enough information. What should I do in order to finish the project? There was a terminal with a safe. I think it was in this room. But it was not. Oh no, it was in that corner, right? So you're novice, safe as expert. Place. Fried. Cool. Mary Goodman. Lockdown status. Everyone needs to just calm down. Yes, as you've heard by now, I have locked you out of the clean room. As my previous email stated, this push to finish the project is mandatory. As soon as I have the data for a successful prototype, I will unlock the doors and everyone will be free to go home. To address concerns about the noise outside, those are the military exercises I mentioned. I am aware they are very loud and that some of you have been disturbed by it. I assure you everything is fine. Though we are not openly at war with China, things are still tense and the military feels that ground defense exercises are necessary to our safety. Finishing our project here isn't just vital to the company, but also to help them protect our country. Let's see, round, sell, round, money, and that's it. Scan loaded reagents. None. Yeah, that makes sense. Current fabrication parameters. Nanoweave mesh extrusion pattern. So I need lithium hydride and gold. Run a loaded fabrication routine. Yeah. The problem is I don't know, like, what elements do I need to use, right? Well, no time like the present then. do we have here? Stark. But not shops. Stark.
I'm in.
Cool. I wonder why it like freezes up a little bit there. Whoa, 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 whoa. We have a runner there. Excuse me. Okay, that will do. Do I assume correctly that the dead body is Mary? Much better now. Alrighty. No, not that one. I think there was supposed to be a magazine somewhere in this place. Not entirely confident where though. Oh. Everyone else left tried to get into Bergman lab to get the password for the isotope containment, but he rigged up some kind of gun. Ericka was killed, most of my hair is gone from the radiation and I can barely see. There is no way I can finish the research on my own now, so I've chosen to make it a quicker end. John Elwood, I'll see you in hell. Tom. course that was his password all this time. But this is to get you to this area, but in this area there is nothing of interest, nothing of use. I mean, there was the isotope that we were looking for, but this was it, right? Like nothing related to this body, nothing by these things, or on the shelves. Yeah, I don't see anything else. So I'm only down to this thing, and I need lithium hydride and gold. I need lithium hydride and gold. So are you gold? Yes, you are. No. Yes. Yes. And isotope. Yes. Please observe at view in a window. Output will be dispensed at wall panel. Piezo-nucleic power armor chest.
Yes.
Radiation exposure increases action point refresh speed. And you weigh 22. Cool.
I have been instructed to inform you that Director Elwood has issued mandatory overtime due to uncompleted milestones. Have you completed the research on the piezonucleic lining project?
The prototype is done.
Wonderful. Mandatory overtime mode disengaged. Clean room override disengaged. The Director will want to see this immediately. Please, follow me.
Yeah, but because of this thing I can't run. So will you make me drop one of my beloved extinguishers? Don't make me do this. Oh, they weigh 6. I thought 3. Ah, you're
This is
teasing me, right?
Director Elwood's office. I expect he will be quite excited to see the prototype. Sir, wonderful news! The nucleus-strictive blading project has finally produced a working prototype. I must apologize for the director. He hasn't been himself lately. Must be the office flu. Payroll systems indicate that I have been authorized to provide you with a completion bonus at this time. Here is your bonus, minus taxes and benefits. Unfortunately, due to a lack of current projects, we must lay off redundant staff members at this time. This is not a reflection on your work, and we will be happy to provide you with a positive reference.
You do
Shutting
that.
down.
Well, lovely meeting you, Director.
Nice.
Scars are cool. Clean room. All systems normal. Personal logs. Call from camp. Just got a very strange call from Colonel Camp. He asked what the status on the project was, and when I explained that we were still behind schedule, he didn't seem angry like he normally would. All he said was that it was very important that I keep the team working in the lab today and that I contact him as soon as the project was complete. It almost feels like he was trying to tell me something, but I can't imagine what. It was warning. He was trying to warn me. They hit us with a nuke. The lab was built to withstand nearly anything but a direct hit, but the EMP has blown out all external communications. I told the team that there are training maneuvers going on around town, but I don't know how long they are going to buy that. I need to find a way to get a hold of Colonel Camp to see if they can extract us to a safe location. Even if I can find a working phone somewhere, I'll never be able to get through. Maybe if I can get a hold of a ham radio, I can try to reach them on an open channel. We have to finish the project. There are looters everywhere and people fighting in the streets. I managed to find a radio and some supplies, but I got a stray bullet in the shoulder on my way back. Between that and the radiation sickness, the past 36 hours have been hell. I finally managed to find the right frequency and get through to a military liaison, but he said that Camp had left orders that they could only spare an extraction team for assets vital to war effort. If we try to have them get us out without the project completed, he will leave us executed for treason. I have to keep them in the lab. We have to finish the project. Can't hold out much longer. There's been a problem with the reactor. The shockwave from the initial blast must have cracked the containment lining because there is a growing leak showing up on the detectors in the lab. To make matters worse, Will has been trying to hack into the administrative controls. I've been working to keep him out, but I think the wound in my shoulder may be going septic, and I don't know how much longer I can hold out. Ericka, please read. I'm sorry. I know I haven't been the best husband, but I've done everything I can to try to protect you since the attack. If you are reading this, I hope it is because you finished the project and can use the radio to signal for extraction. I can't hold out any longer. Internal mail relay. Are you there? John, are you there? I can't see you moving in your office, and we can't wait any longer. He's going to trigger the automated defenses if we don't do something. We've managed to get into the crawl space and are going to try to take him by surprise. Despite everything that's happened, I want you to know that I still love you. I'm getting us out. Do you hear me, John? You may have had the connections to get this company started, but I was always the better hacker. If you don't release us, you leave me with no choice but to trigger the automated defenses. We'll have to fight our way out and Ericka may be hurt in the process. Is that what you want? He's locked us out. I've got the thermal problem solved, but we need the samples to produce the prototype. Will's barricaded himself in a lab and has locked us out of the isotope containment. I've told the others what is going on and they hate us for it, but they see this is the only way out right now. We need you to get back control so we can finish the project and get out of here. Confidential. John, I don't know if we can do it. We've been working on the problem for weeks and not been able to find a way to prevent the nanoweave from falling apart under the strain of use. Even if we find a solution, it may take us days to program the new dosing pattern, and I don't know if I can cover this up that long. Even if I can, I don't know if it's right for us to make the decision. Some of them have families out there, and shouldn't they have the choice to try to protect them? You bastard, what is going on out there? You can't keep us locked in here. What you're doing is illegal. Need to get home to my kids and can't go out of the lab. $22 kilos. Ugh. Quickly check that there are no ghouls around. I don't see anyone. That is of course no guarantee.
That's it.
Okay, those are just some toilets, right? Right. Tell me, what time of the day is it? It's almost 6 AM. 6 AM is no good. Ah, some archives. Okay. Oh, that will do wonders. Okay, that was one of the locations that is marked on my map. Now what I will do right now, I am very much interested in checking out the vault. And the closest one here is Vault 81. For that we are gonna backtrack a little bit to the Cambridge police station, take this bridge. I believe there is a Beantown brewery here, and from there we will follow the railroad. That shall be our plan. I believe that's the bridge I need to take. Let's see how risky it is.
Moving on, people! I want this place searched top to bottom! Another glorious day in the U.S. Army.
Have no grime with a random Mr. Gutsy. Cool. Raid buddies. Why? This is interesting. Did not expect to find bodies on the approach to this building. Why are they here? Who's dispatching them? Not exactly what I had in mind. Tour info. Tours happen every half hour and can last anywhere from 5 to 6 minutes. Guests are treated to a bird's eye view of the brewery from our elevated walkway. The brewery is not liable for any patrons who fall from the walkway. Guardrails have been installed for their safety. Tours include a $5 discount from purchases made at the gift shop and a complimentary tasting in the parking lot as guests leave. Temperature of complimentary tasting is not guaranteed. So I see one psycho up top. Anyone else? I don't see much downstairs. There is a big area.
Who's there?
There is some small area. Another door to the Commonwealth, probably some back entrance. It looks like a big loading area or something. Alrighty. Picket Fences. The house of tomorrow. Let's see, round bottle cup. And this will be it, right? An elevator. Why would you need an elevator, man? Gwinnett brew recipe. Isotope contains encoded subroutines for the brewing of Gwinnett brands, that red coat ale. Attempting to use these brewing subroutines without licensing agreement is considered theft of corporate secrets and will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. If found, please return to your local Gwinnett brewery for a cash reward. Okay. Okay, I cannot do it without a license, right? So basically that's what it says. Swap. Not grab. Miss. Swap. Okay. But not miss. No. No.
Yes.
Trouble. Crew's getting restless, still got plenty of beer, but food's getting low. Send Sparta and her crew out of bad TFL, see if they could find something. But folks are going to start deserting if we don't turn up something edible soon. Closest reserves are the federal ration stockpile, but it seems Lily and Red to Red's parents never thought those to share. Gonna have to make a move if we don't hear from Sparta soon. We tried to storm the stockpile, but Lily, Red, and crew were dug in like ticks. Wiped out half our men before we could bolt. Dragon Hook managed to grab a couple of hostages. Maybe we can trade them for a couple of snack cakes. At least now we got fewer mouths to feed. Lily. It's Lily. I'd recognize her anywhere. Drag brought the hostages from the raid up to my room, and the second I saw her, I knew we were saved. Now Red'll have to deal with us unless she prefers getting her sister back in pieces. Never seen so much food. When I told her we had her sister, Red thought I was full of shit. But one letter from Little Sis cleared things up real quick. Now the crates are pouring in, and so are the recruits. At this rate, we'll be able to make a move on Kvega or DB Tech before the year's out. How did she get loose? I chained her to the floor. Was still half asleep when she came at me. I thought I was aiming at her leg, but there is blood everywhere. Got to clean this up. Do something with the body. This can't get out. Red's not gonna give us anything if she finds out her sister's dead. Rumor of a fat caravan train drifted in today. Whole crew went to hit it except it never showed, because it didn't exist. While everyone was out, I stashed Lily's body in one of the vats. Think she even improved the flavor. That's one problem solved. But this gang's dead in the water unless the food keeps coming in. And that means Lily's letters have to keep going out. I'm gonna need to find some more pens. Someone iced Red and her crew. Gonna send out some scouts, make sure whoever cleared the place out ain't setting up shop. Then the stockpile's ours for the looting. Hope they didn't take too much. Seems somebody took down Jared. Much as I hated that camp-hungry bastard, he was no pushover. We're gonna need more guns.
Going down. Over.
I can't be entirely sure which exact floor is it. That should lead me to the roof. No?
Get wasted!
Well, I'm getting reckless. Because I can just, bonk them and they're done. No careful entrance, no scouting, just like yo it. It's not how you're supposed to do stuff, you know?
Sweet.
Is there anywhere here, by any chance, a license for the recipe? I only see a bunch of corrupted data. Full year capital spending is now estimated to increase over the previous year thanks to budget tightening and a lowering of quality control in the product, including an increase in the water to water ratio. Brand management has also announced a marketing push of Bunker Hill Brew to lower income markets, which we all know spend a large percentage of disposable income on beer and malted beverages. Gross margins are speculated to increase well into 2078. Is there by any chance anyone else in this building? I doubt it, but you never know. Oh, that closes the story of Lilia, right? Oh, that was
Got
so
it.
lucky. It's not daytime, is it? It's not. And I was right. There seems to be a railroad just over here. Those open shelters all now like lit up. The Christmas lights. It would be fun to get stuck in here. Thankfully I did not. Now, why I was coming here is because I use this railroad as my guide. This would be the Western Water Treatment Plant. Been there, cleaned it from mutants. This shall be... What shall you be? Oberland Station. Well, let's check you out.
Hey there.
You're with the Minutemen, right?
You in some kind of trouble?
A pack of ferals have holed up nearby, and some of them have started wandering out lately. If more of them start wandering out this way, we may be overrun. We need someone to clear them out.
Not a problem. Those ghouls are as good as gone.
It'll be good not to have to keep an eye under every log and scrap
Fiddle's
pile for 'em.
Green. Not exactly where I planned to go, but fine with me. I can do it, sure. Well, if I'm going to check out this, how do you call them? Radio relay? Right, that's one way to call them. Might as well try to go through the waterlock and to the place with the ghouls. One DL 109. Boston City Works and garbled radio beacon. Okay. Anything else? Can you tell me? Okay, so we should start with Boston City and with the distress signal, and then garbled radio. Okay.
Okay. Looks like a reactor malfunction at sublevel D. System lock the gates down. Again. I guess I'm gonna need a manual override. Look, Spiegel, I know you've got pressing matters by reading that latest copy of LaQuaff to attend to. But when you find time, let me out, okay?
Scavenger.
Meanwhile, I guess I'll loop this thing and have a smoke. Try what you're doing up there, you lazy skeezer.
This has been a pre-recorded message. Message repeats in 3 seconds.
Okay. Looks like a reactor malfunction at sublevel D. System lock the gates down. Again. I guess I'm gonna need a manual override. Look, Spiegel, I know you've got pressing matters like reading that latest copy of LaQuaff to attend to. But when you find time, let me out, okay? Meanwhile, I guess I'll loop this thing and have a smoke. Try what you're doing up there, you lazy skeezer.
This has been a pre-recorded message. Message repeats in 3 seconds.
Okay. Looks like a reactor malfunction at sublevel D. System lock the gates down. Again. I guess I'm gonna need a manual override. Look, Spiegel, I know you've got pressing matters like reading that latest copy of LaQuaff to attend to. But when you find time, let me out, okay? Meanwhile, I guess I'll loop this thing and have a smoke. Try what you're doing up there, you lazy skeezer.
So I do have an impression as if that radio has to do something with this water lock.
Okay. Looks like a reactor malfunction at sublevel D. System lock the gates down. Again. I guess I'm gonna need a manual override. Look, Spiegel, I know you've got pressing matters like reading that latest copy of LaQuaff to attend to. But when you find time, let me out, okay? Meanwhile, I guess I'll loop this thing and have a smoke. Try what you're doing up there, you lazy skeezer.
Yes.
This has been a pre-recorded message. Message repeats in 3 seconds.
Was the guy just locked in the reactor level?
Okay. Looks like a reactor malfunction at sublevel D. System lock the gates down. Again.
Yeah. So somebody has been just locked out here, right? I see nothing of interest here. Ah, I'm slightly disappointed, to be honest. But I guess it is what it is. So, it's gonna be very bright, not very soon though. This is a nice place to have a break, and after the break we will probably explore one of the distress signals, or distress beacons, I don't remember which one it was, and maybe we'll look into the garbled radio beacon as well, since they're somewhere in this neighborhood. Maybe this one is somewhere here and garbled, I don't know, somewhere over here. We shall see about that. For now we will save the game. And with that, I would like to say thank you for staying with me. I hope you enjoy your company. I hope you enjoy my company and my gameplay. And if that's the case, then by all means, leave me a like and subscribe to the channel. Or otherwise, let me know down in the comments what I can improve for you. I hope to see you next time. Have a nice day out there. And bye.